Over the past few years, I've watched hundreds of money-related videos from some of the top creators, like Ali Abdaal and Nischa. So I've simplified their advice into 7 practical lessons that anyone can implement. I'll share what I've learned about personal finance and investing, along with my personal takeaways. And in the end, I'll share one specific strategy that changed my investment approach forever. Lesson 1. The power of small wins. One of the first things I picked up from Ali Abdaal is the concept of small, consistent wins. It's not always about making massive leaps in your financial journey. It's about making small, incremental changes that compound over time. Ali often speaks about the importance of building habits, whether it's setting up automatic investments, using budgeting apps like YNAB, You Need a Budget, or even just putting a little extra into your savings each month. When I started investing, I used to think I needed to make some huge investment to see any results. But after watching Ali's content, I realized how effective smaller, more regular investments can be. Dollar cost averaging was a game changer for me. I remember one particular month I had a little extra cash, about $200. I could have splurged on something I didn't need, like a new phone. But instead, I added it to my investments. A year later, that small addition had grown more than I expected, all because I stuck to the habit. The small decisions matter just as much, if not more, than the big ones. Build habits around consistency, and you'll thank yourself later. Lesson 2. Optimize for learning, not earning. This one comes from Nischa, and it really resonated with me. She emphasizes the idea that early on in your investing journey, your focus should be on learning, not earning. She suggests diving deep into topics like index funds, real estate, and understanding risk profiles before worrying about making huge returns. The learning process is an investment in itself. Early on, I was obsessed with seeing quick returns. I would hop from one trendy stock to another, thinking I could time the market. Spoiler alert, I couldn't. After listening to Nischa's advice, I slowed down. I spent more time reading company reports, understanding balance sheets, and watching videos that explained long-term investing strategies. My portfolio may not have shot up overnight, but it's now far more stable and diversified. Here's some common investment types and what you should learn first. The key takeaway here is to be a student first. The returns will come as a byproduct of your financial education. Lesson 3. Time is your greatest asset. Both Ali and Nischa share one important point. Time is the ultimate key to financial success. The earlier you start investing, the more you benefit from compound growth. Ali Abdaal frequently talks about the idea of living life in phases and how our 20s and 30s are prime for aggressive investing. Because time is on our side. I didn't start investing in my early 20s. I thought I'd wait until I had more disposable income. This was a big mistake. By the time I started, I realized how much I had missed out on due to time. Now, I make it a point to tell anyone I meet in their 20s to start, even if it's small. The difference between investing $100 a month in your 20s versus your 30s is massive. Here's why. This table shows the impact of early investing using 7% annual return. If you're 25 today and wait another 20 years to start investing, that delay could cost you a staggering $173,000 in lost potential growth. The best time to invest was yesterday. The second best time is today. Lesson 4. Be greedy. When others are fearful, the Warren Buffett rule. One of the best pieces of advice I've ever heard, and something that Ali Abdaal has emphasized in his videos, is Warren Buffett's famous quote, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful." Now, this sounds simple, but trust me, it's incredibly hard to put into practice when you're in the thick of a market downturn. When stocks are crashing and everyone is panicking, your instincts scream at you to sell everything. I've been there myself. But here's the thing. When prices drop, that's when you get the best deals. It's like a Black Friday sale for investors. Some of the best returns I've ever made have come from investing during market corrections, when everyone else was running for the hills. In 2020, when the pandemic hit and the market tanked, I started buying stocks like crazy. It was terrifying at the time. But looking back, that decision helped my portfolio grow significantly when the market eventually bounced back. So, whenever you see panic in the headlines, remind yourself, Those are the moments when you can pick up great companies at bargain prices. Lesson 5. Diversification is not just about assets. One crucial lesson Nischa covers that often gets overlooked is the importance of diversifying income streams, not just investments. Building multiple income streams, side hustles, freelancing, dividend stocks, can offer financial security and freedom much quicker than relying solely on your job. A couple of years ago, I was fully dependent on my 9-to-5. I believed the only way to financial freedom was climbing the corporate ladder. But after hearing this from Nischa and other YouTubers, I started building additional income streams. I started a side business, invested in dividend-paying stocks, and even began freelancing. These new streams brought a sense of freedom and reduced my reliance on one source. Here's some common income streams with starting tips. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify your income just like you diversify your investments. Lesson 6. The power of leveraging systems. Over-hustling. Both Ali and Nischa emphasize the importance of leveraging systems rather than relying solely on constant hustling. Instead of working harder and longer, they focus on creating systems that automate or streamline tasks, allowing them to work smarter and free up time for what truly matters. Ali often talks about how building efficient systems, whether it's using productivity tools, delegating tasks, or automating income streams, has helped him scale his business without burning out. Nischa also shares how creating structured routines and automating her content schedule allows her to focus on high-impact activities rather than being trapped in the daily grind. The lesson here, it's not about hustling 24/7. The real key to financial and personal success is building systems that work for you so you can focus on what drives the most value while still having a life outside of work. Lesson 7. The fast lane isn't always what you think. Ali Abdaal talks about the myth of the get-rich-quick mentality. Everyone wants to achieve financial freedom fast, but the reality is, for most people, financial success comes from slow and steady progress. Sure, you hear about those who make millions overnight, but more often than not, it's a combination of patience, persistence, and smart decisions that gets you there. I once fell for a too-good-to-be-true investment opportunity. It promised ridiculous returns in a short period of time, and yes, I went for it. Big mistake. It turned out to be a scam. Since then, I've followed the advice of building wealth slowly by investing in solid, long-term assets. You won't find me chasing the next quick buck anymore. The fast lane to wealth is a myth for most of us. Stick to consistent, proven strategies, and you'll build wealth over time. So, after all the videos I've watched and the lessons I've learned, what's the biggest takeaway? It's simple. Knowledge is the greatest investment you can make. Whether it's diving into YouTube videos, reading books, or learning from others' experiences, you can only make the best financial decisions when you're informed. This knowledge pays off in ways you can't immediately see. But trust me, your future self will thank you. If you found this video helpful, share it with a friend who could use these insights. Also, comment below. What's the biggest lesson you've learned from finance YouTubers? And as always, I'll see you in the next video, where I'll reveal how appearing less wealthy can actually lead to greater success and freedom.